Alright, thank you very much for clicking on the video. This is Gulpain, just here with a quick review of this game, which is a Pursuit Force. It's actually Pursuit Force 1. Pursuit Force Extreme Justice is part 2, but this one is an action-adventure game where you take control of a police officer, and you have to basically jump from one. Well, you race around most of the time and shoot people, but you can jump from one car to another, or one boat to another, or depending on the vehicle of choice that you're using in your pursuit of criminal gangs. You can actually go to different ones. You can commandeer different vehicles. So that's what makes this game sort of like different than other games. It's not like Grand Theft Auto where you can get out of the car and kind of, you know, walk around town or anything. You seem to be constantly in kind of race mode, or pursuit mode, as the title would suggest. So this was developed by Bigbig Studios and published by Sony Computer Entertainment, and it was released for the PSP in 2005. So the premise of this game, which, by the way, the second game, the opening cinematic for the second game is just, it cannot be beaten. You're at a wedding and these guys just come along. It's fantastic. But the first game doesn't have that sort of like tongue-in-cheek as much. It takes it a little bit, small bit more seriously, but it's still kind of like jokey the way it presents like the different enemy characters and all that. Like there's the kind of the traditional mafia family. There's 5 different kind of groups of enemies that you need to take on, and you need to basically beat one to get onto the next one. Well, apart from the first one where you have like you can pick from 2. You can pick from the mafia or the military guys at the start. So you basically have to, there's different sort of missions. They're all driving based. So you get into the car and then you have to kind of follow someone or bring someone to the airport. The first mission has you bring in an informant to the airport, and then the mafia are chasing after you. Then there's another one where you have to commandeer different vehicles and prevent these kind of military guys from stealing military secrets. There's other ones where you're on a boat, or you're in a kind of a snowy area, to kind of take out different sorts of enemies. There's like Yakuza gangs or different kind of gangs. Well, they're all very stereotypical, to be honest, but you know, it's all in good fun. You are the police after all, and police do take out these different sort of gangs. So the main mechanic in it is the driving mechanic, and I do like the way the kind of story elements are kind of mingled in when you're driving as well. You're not just like kind of some of the games on the PSP. They're very they don't have a lot of style. They basically just like, they're programmed, really nice graphics, really nice sound, and then the sort of story element or the gameplay kind of takes a back seat to the kind of visuals, which I find with a lot of PSP games. But this one, the gameplay is pretty good, but the story is pretty good as well. They do make an effort to kind of remind you, like, you know, the enemy characters kind of speak to you, or, you know, like your kind of, I don't know what you call it, your Pursuit Force HQ, keep you up to date on what's happening. So there is that sort of like element in it as well, which makes it kind of makes it stand out from the crowd a little bit. This was the first game I actually bought for PSP when I got my PSP a few years ago. I got this one for £1.50, which I thought was a pretty good deal. And yeah, this was the first game I played, and I really enjoyed it actually. I tried to get all of the sort of missions unlocked, and there's different things you can do, and kind of different kind of unlockables that can be ascertained as you go through the game. But the main thing what makes this game good is the sort of like attacking other vehicles and jumping into them. It does really kind of set it apart from other games. There probably are like loads of games like this where it's sort of like, there's like a Grand Theft Auto kind of a style where you kind of commandeer other cars, but you're not actually getting out of the car. You're doing it as you're going on the actually, I'm just recalling you do this in Uncharted as well. So you kind of have to jump from one on the Uncharted, I think it's Uncharted 3, that section where you jump from one you know, that convoy to another one, and then you kind of jump from one to another. But yeah, pretty good. Can't be sad. So all in all, this game, I would recommend this game actually. It's a very cheap price, and it's a good little time waster, just for like doing a couple of missions and putting it away and then doing another few missions. So it's, you know, they're not that long, the missions either. So it is a pretty good game. So let me know if you've played Pursuit Force for the PSP. Thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, and thanks for subscribing. See you next video. Adios.